topic of discussion. And that topic is, what is
Is
money?
money.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is Credit Talk Radio with your host, Eric Perry, also co host, Brother RJ. And we would like to hear from you as well. Give us a call and answer that question. What is money to you? What does it mean to you? What do you use your money for day in, day out, week after week, month after month? What are you doing with that money? Because we're going to break it down today as far as what it is. So turn up your dials. Make sure that you call your families to tune in because they want to hear what is money. It's going to shock some people.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be something that they don't even know, that they don't even think it is. You know,
right.
I know a lot of people, it's that green stuff in my
It's
wallet,
paper.
right? Brother RJ, what is money to you?
Well, I tell you, Brother Perry, money to me is what you can get for it. Now, see, on Tuesday, I like to go to Popeye's Chicken. I could get me 2-piece meal for 99 cents. Because Wednesday's a regular price. So it's what can you get for it? I can get 2 pieces of chicken. That's what I can get.
Now, if anyone is mistaken, Popeyes is not one of our sponsors as of yet. But Brother RJ is saying that's what he used his money for.
That's right.
You know, what do you use your money for? Is
Discount
it just
program.
paying bills or what? Are you just using it just to barter or whatever? But the definition of money is the good that acts as a medium of exchange in a transaction. So that's the Webster breakdown of what money is. But I think I'm here to educate everyone and let you know a huge shocker right now is that the U.S. dollar is not money. I think I'm going to have to say that again.
What is it?
The U.S. dollar is not money.
It's not money.
It is a currency. Okay?
A currency.
We have not been on a money system since 1971 when we're taking off the gold standard.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
by Nixon.
President Nixon did that. Now, I don't know. I don't want to get political to say was it a bad thing? Was it a good thing? But I do know that it changed our economy during that point. It really changed our economy and how we really operate as a country.
That's right.
Because back then, money was based off of supply and demand. And it was backed by gold.
Backed by gold.
Okay, so every single dollar bill that you have in your pocket before 1971 was backed by gold.
That's right.
So if there was a X amount of gold, then we had something to back it. It was something physical, something tangible that we can go back and pay our debts on. And you save it because it was an asset at that point. It was a builder at that point.
Right. You only, and by law, we could only print so much money because it was backed by gold.
Correct.
But when we took it off the gold standard, then what did money really become? Now it became a relative type of thing. It's just the confidence of the people in the dollar bill.
Exactly.
How much can you get for your dollar now?
It's a negotiation instrument now.
That's right. So our government can print as much money
as
they want.
And they do.
And they do.
So with money being a currency means that it has to flow.
Has to move.
It has to move. It has to keep moving. It can't stop moving. It has to keep moving. It can't be based upon how much gold you have anymore. Mm-hmm. It can only be based on what your perceived value is.
And that's a scary thing.
That is very scary.
Your dollar is what you perceive it to be. So how you manage your money becomes really, really important. Because see, Brother RJ can get 2 pieces of chicken on a Tuesday for $1, but on Wednesday you're gonna pay more. So how are you using your money? How are you managing your money?
It's very important to look at that. It makes a huge difference because to break down the whole system now, with it being a currency and it being more so off of supply and demand. If you don't know what supply and demand is, it's a very basic business principle. But supply is when you have an abundance.
That's right.
Okay. When you have more than enough to go around. Mm-hmm. And right now, we have more than enough money to go around. So with a high supply, then everyone can get a piece of the pie in a sense. Mm-hmm. So everyone being able to get a piece of the pie, it really depreciates the value of money.
It sure does.
Because government at this point is just printing off money. Mm-hmm. We need to pay debt. What do? We put more money in flow into the system. We pump more money into the system. So we're constantly pumping that money into the system. With us pumping that money into the system, it creates more of a supply. Mm-hmm. Now, back before 1971, it was all built on demand.
Mm.
Okay. Now, demand is if there's a huge demand, it means that things are more scarce.
That's right.
There's a lack of.
Lack of.
There's you can't just print up gold
That's
or,
right.
or just say, hey, I'm gonna, go back in my time machine and bring all this gold back or something like that. So
That's
it's no
right.
longer based on
On
gold.
gold.
So
No
now we have
longer on
nothing
a
to
gold
back it
standard.
whatsoever. So
Mhm.
there's no demand for it.
Yeah.
There's no demand. So it really took away that whole demand option. And now money is just really worth what we perceive it to be. And we constantly hear on the news every single day, brother, that they talking about the dollar is depreciating.
That's right. That's right. And here we have the crisis over in Iran. We have the economic sanctions against their oil. And then they have threats that they're going to close down the transportation for oil. They're responsible for nearly 1/6 of the oil passing through that area. So what happens to our dollar? Our dollar begins to depreciate.
Exactly.
Gas prices are nickel higher this week than they were last week. How much is our dollar worth now? How much is by the time we get to summer and they raise gas prices in the summertime, how much is our dollar going to be worth then? It's so important to build your financial literacy, and simplecreditonline.com is here to help you out.
We are here to help
Here to help you, buddy. Here to, if you need to file bankruptcy, file bankruptcy. If you need to do credit repair, do your credit repair. Get your financial house in order.
Exactly. Get it in order. Now, something else I want to talk about is that before, when we're on the gold standard, everyone was in a saving mentality. Now, that made sense back then because then you could save your money because your money was what? It was worth something.
It's worth something.
It was backed by something.
Right.
Right. Now, it's a different economy that we need to focus on. It is completely different. We don't need to focus on just saving alone. And yes, I'm saying it. And I also have others, gurus out there, financial gurus that would also back that up. It's not just about savings because you can save all you want. And then when you go to spend that savings, it's not even worth what you were saving.
Because it depreciates.
Because it depreciates.
You have inflation.
You have inflation. You have every other different factors that's involved that really depreciates that money and make it less valuable. So now it's something that you want to focus on is building assets. Building assets. Don't just take your money and take the currency that we have and put that currency into solid assets. So now it's backed by something. It's backed by real estate. It's backed by investments. And I'm not one to really get into talking about different investments and stuff. That's something that we outsource to someone else that's more inclined to that type of information. But you can't think, okay, I'm gonna put all my money in the bank and save it. You're doing yourself a disservice if that's what you're doing. Now, I am one to tell you, hey, you need to have a savings plan. But that savings plan does not mean to just go ahead and put your money in the bank and just sit on it, or you're better off putting it under your mattress because I guarantee that your mattress won't charge you a fee on that money.
Yeah, the banks are charging fees. They're trying to get us left and right.
Every way that they can possibly can. So put your money in assets. We're going to talk a little bit more about that as well. Also, you may ask yourself, well, next question that comes up is, how can you help yourself if money is already worthless? Okay, so we're going to give you the top 5 ways today on this show, Credit Talk Radio, and a lot of this stuff may surprise you, but a lot of different ways that you can actually save your money and really recover from the value of money being depreciated. Okay, so we're going to go over several different ways. So the first way to cover is going to be number 1. Is educate yourself about money.
Increase your financial literacy.
You have got to increase your financial literacy. It is very important to do so. You can't just think, I know about money when you have no clue about it. And to give you an example of this, let's say, you're into exotic birds, right?
Okay.
You like birds, brother?
I like eagles.
You like eagles?
I'm an Eagle Scout.
Okay, you're an Eagle Scout.
I'm
so
Eagle Scout.
Let's say you're gonna purchase yourself an eagle.
Okay.
Right?
Exotic eagle. Buy me an eagle.
Do you know anything about eagles? About owning an eagle?
Not particularly.
No.
I don't know what they eat. I know they feed it. I know they eat trout in the wild. But I'm not sure what I would feed one.
So you're gonna have to educate yourself about that eagle.
That's right.
You're gonna have to
find out what it eats. Do I need to take them flying? You know, how much exercise it needs to get.
Exactly. Take it flying, how much exercise it needs to get, how much light, sunshine,
Right.
whatever else. You're going to educate yourself as much as you can. Now, what happens if you don't educate yourself about that eagle that you just purchased?
I don't think my eagle's gonna do too good.
He may die, right?
Yeah. So I don't want to feed him the wrong thing.
Exactly. You may be trying to feed him snakes and he wants mice or something like that. So you've got to educate yourself on that eagle, because if you don't, that eagle may die, or he may not have feathers, or he may get sick and catch some type of disease.
That's right.
This is the same principle when it comes to how we should be handling our money and what we should be educating ourselves on money. You know, I didn't go to school. I didn't go to Harvard. You know, just if anyone thought that, you know, I appreciate that, but I didn't. You know, I picked up a book and I read about money. You know, I studied a lot about credit repair. I studied the different laws. I studied different principles. I did everything I could to possibly educate myself on my craft.
Absolutely.
So if you want more money, you've got to educate yourself, because a lot of you think, okay, well, I want more money. Well, what you gonna do with all that money that you got? You gonna put it in the bank and save it? That's the first mistake right there.
It has to move. They said money has to move. To make
The currency
money,
has to flow.
Has to flow.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Justin, and I'm doing a quick video testimonial for Simple Credit Online. They're an absolutely great company that works with credit repair service. They offer you a free credit review before you even sign up as a client. There's no monthly fees and there's no upfront cost. Plus, they have great customer service that is always there to answer all of your questions. So I highly recommend simplecreditonline.com. Go check it out.